Hi guys, welcome back from winter break. Uh, Welcome back to Hansen Hour. I'm Caroline Hansen.
And I'm Kiese Hansen.
And I'm Natalie Tsang. I wanted to be part of the family.
I see it. As we do with all of our guests, we'd love for you to just start us off with a brief bio, Natalie.
I was born in Philadelphia. Haven't been there, so I know nothing about it, but apparently it's a very cool city and I know cool people are from it. Grew up in a suburb of Beijing. Don't know that city either because I lived in the suburbs. Then moved to Wales for 2 years, where I lived in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know that country very well either. And then went to Brown for undergrad, lived in Paris for 1.5 years, was back and was gonna do some awesome stuff before COVID hit. And then COVID hit. And then I did some awesome-ish stuff in Hong Kong. And now I'm in Boston. So.
Amazing. You've been all over.
Yes.
Well, we're super excited to have you also because you're the first episode of the new year.
Yay! Kicking us off on the right foot.
Yeah. I'm trying to be really level-headed about everyone's, I don't know, there's so much pressure to be like, this year is going to be better than the last. And I keep telling myself it's going to be worse. And then hopefully it'll be marginally better. So anyway, new year, new semester. So first question for you, what class are you most excited about?
I think I'm interested in most of the classes for the next semester. I'm pretty excited for the Warden Court, which we discussed briefly before this interview. I don't know a lot about American history, and I think it's just mid 20th century America is pretty important, so that'll be really cool. Very excited for constitutional law because we have it with Professor Idelson, who Lenny loves, and I trust Lenny's judgment and taste in professors. And really excited for also so this is most excited to least excited, but also there's not much of a difference between each ranking or whatever. But yeah, I'm also really excited for Crim just because it's with Professor Gerson, and she's one of 2 tenured Asian American faculty. And that sort of representation is important to me. I've had one other Asian teacher my entire life. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
I didn't realize she was one of 2.
Yeah, the other is Mark Wu, who does the International Legal Studies program. I don't know what he teaches, but yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. She's so cool. I'm so excited to take Crim, and more specifically to take it with her. She's such a badass.
It's weird. I feel like it's interesting because I think she's a very hard scholar to sort of box into any neat category. And I think that sort of independence of thought, and yeah, just independence of thought. And I think she really forged her own path intellectually. And I think that's really cool as well.
Isn't she the professor that at the beginning of the year, the BSAs were like, she wants us to surprise, right? Did it surprise her?
Exam talk. Yeah. She was like, if she's not surprised by your exam answer, you won't get a good grade. And I'm like, I surprise myself with what so hopefully that'll be good.
I remember Lenny saying in response to that, she'll be surprised by how bad this answer is.
Yeah, literally that. Yikes. Well, it's a gamble.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I think it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, at least we'll have one kind of go around before to just tell us. I'm definitely going to change a lot of things from last semester coming into the new one. I'll tell you that. So maybe we'll have a better potential to surprise her in a favorable way than if we took her in the fall.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, amazing. Well, I definitely agree with both of those, con law and crim law. I'm super into property too, being interested in real estate and stuff. But I would love to get onto our second question, which is, we wanted to know, of the people in our class who you don't know that well, are there any that you are looking forward to getting to know better in this next semester?
Yes, so many, but I have whittled it down. I have four, so that we don't take, so I don't like just list everyone in the freaking section.
But also just because you have four, and like that's all, you know, everyone else is like, man, you got your four.
Everyone else, whatever. Four people. Good morning to only these four people.
But I really want to get to know Neil better, because he's just very calm and collected in class, and I'm like, I respect that a lot. I want to get to know Kelly, because I love that she wears those like pink headphones in class. They make me very happy. And Marley, who you just mentioned you met, Caroline, because her puppy is very cute, and also because she's a cool person. And Brittany, who I've told this, so this comes as no surprise to her. But yeah, those are my four.
You're speaking it into existence. So now
yeah, I'm trying to like make things happen. And hopefully they watch this and are gonna text me. Like, let's be friends.
They're gonna ghost you the rest of this
No.
semester.
Yeah. We actually told them that you were obsessed with them, so
You just scared them off.
it's awkward. Yeah.
No, it's, I feel like I like need to do a similar thing, just like trying to reach out to more people. And yeah, maybe we need to talk to Lenny. Actually, Lenny keeps coming up. Lenny, sorry. About the, what is it, the like donuts, what the donut app that like pairs people.
Yeah. I'd love that. I feel like, you know, especially having that intentionality now, as opposed to like, I would try and get coffee with people halfway through the term, and when my life was a literal dumpster fire. and like I'd realize only halfway through that I like hadn't been like talking to anyone besides like my imaginary friends. And like, I'm like, oh, I should get to know more people. And it was already kind of a moot point. So having those off the bat, like those four people, means like you can like really get the ball rolling when you guys are not in a stress mode situation.
Yeah.
So our next question, we have to ask this because we've heard whispers, and anyway, it's just
by whispers, whispers as in Caroline creeping my abacus.
Wait, is this a Caroline? Is this on you? Is this your fault?
Have you ever heard of me creeping on anyone's amicus before? Unprecedented.
Never, not a thing.
No, I've never heard of her. So
no. Amicus, never heard of her. So hobbies, you Olympic lifting.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes. Well, this isn't that relevant, but I was a swimmer growing up, and I think at one point, probably, yeah, at the beginning of college, I got into lifting. I did a bit of CrossFit. So that was in the context of CrossFit, and I really enjoyed Olympic lifting. I'm really bad at like actual strength, like raw strength. I'm bad at relative to like my Olympic lifting numbers, my raw strength numbers, like squatting and like pressing I'm okay, but like squatting and deadlifting is just not good. But I am blessed with enough flexibility and decent technique and coordination that I'm able to lift. And I think what was really cool, I think we've talked about this briefly before, that women have a hard time. I mean, you see this is literally like the history of women's history, right? Like having a hard time entering into male dominated spaces. And that's really the case for lifting. And I think I was lucky enough to start in a space where there were already women around me who were okay with that sort of stuff and who excelled at that sort of stuff and were better than men at that. And so, yeah, it's been super empowering and really cool to be able to do that sport. I don't do it competitively right now or anything, but it was very, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. But yeah, once the gyms open up back in Cambridge, and once you guys come, we can go lift together.
Yeah, please teach us.
Yeah.
I
I
just
want to do it for beginners for sure. But
I need all the help after like sitting and not moving though for months. I found myself like holding my phone. I like went on a long walk and was just like holding my phone, and then I was like, my arm hurts, and I was like, what is that? I was like, your arm hurts because you're literally holding your cell phone, which is like every degree of pathetic. So yes, please teach us how to lift weight and get strong.
I remember seeing the Goose Chase handstand push-ups and being like, holy God. I was like, my gym clothes are collecting dust and Natalie's doing a handstand push-ups. Like, we are not the same.
You know what I remember from that? Your brilliant parkour video.
May it live in infamy.
I like replayed that over the course of the day because I was like, this brings me joy.
It's so great actually thinking back to those videos because like we didn't know each other that well. And I do remember watching the parkour video and being like, what is this girl? Like, what? I loved it. I was like, it was
kind of like, I think it was like one of the first, like, work had just gotten hard and I was not right.
It was so good. Also because how old are we when like parkour, like there was a phase where like parkour was like really mainstream, so it just killed me, brought me like right back there.
It's
so
like no, that was there were a lot of skateboarding shows that were like on MTV when we were like in middle school. I feel like kind of included the genre of parkour. Please categorize it as it's meant to be. I also had Heelys when I was that age, so.
Did you?
I did. They were black and pink, so.
Wow. Yeah. Were they Velcro?
No, they had pink laces and they were sparkly and black shoes.
That's so good. Were they like banned in your middle school or high school? Wait, how old would that have been?
Yeah, I mean, I had to wear a uniform in middle school. No, I didn't. That's not true. But I definitely couldn't. I had to wear a uniform in lower school. So maybe it was like 6th grade.
Okay.
But DC is really hilly. Like the place I live like on top of a hill.
Like, I know where this is going.
I was like feeling really punk. I went out and I just put my Heelys on and I just skidded all the way down my hill, like on my elbows. I'm just like, I think I might still have scars on my elbows from it. It's pretty badass. But yeah, do not try this at home, kids.
You have a lot of chaotic energy. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. More when I was that age, so I'm glad that some of it's worn off.
I feel like, okay, this isn't an extra question, but like on that grid, are you like what the undescribed, no name grid? You just know what I'm talking about. Yeah. What are you?
What would you guys say? Because I feel like what people think they are is often not what other people perceive to be, right?
I think that Kiese and I are both chaotic good. I think that Natalie, you could be chaotic good too.
I don't think I'm chaotic enough.
I
think I'm I literally think I'm like.
We were both like this. That was one of those moments where it's like, you know how people don't think. What did you say? Sorry.
I was like, people don't categorize you the way you categorize yourselves, and we're like,
exactly. Yeah.
No, I think last semester I was definitely chaotic good. I was like, so like, there was just so much novelty, right? Like, yeah, Zoom school sucked, but also like 70 or like 500, but mostly 70 new people. oh my God, so many friends to be made, and like law school is new, and it's like fucking goose chase. You know?
Yeah.
And so I think there was like and also Diego, when you have Diego in this section, like you just absorb that chaos.
Honestly, Diego is ultimate chaotic good. He out his temple. Honestly.
He literally sent me a photo. He was like on a plane, and he sent me a photo of like the scraps that he left, not like left behind, but it was like multiple like little shot bottles, like crumpled candy wrappers.
Upset.
Yeah, I think I might be like neutral. I might actually be like neutral.
Wow.
I think you're good. I feel like you're good.
Oh, thanks.
Neutral.
I'm just boring.
Neutral square.
Oh,
That's not true.
I think, yeah, but I mean, it's like neutral with, but then that also gives me like the potential to be any of the other ones, right? Like if I just bump myself into.
that's true.
I don't think that you're like ever going to be lawful evil, though.
I hope not.
I don't see that for you.
I think I was before I went to Wales. Y'all, if I didn't go to Wales, I would be conservative, probably, like socially liberal and fiscally conservative.
You may have to edit that part. I mean, fair, but
yeah.
fair enough.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
Sorry about that editing thing.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can't continue down that rabbit hole, although I would like to.
That is okay. But yeah, I think, I definitely would have just turned out to be a lot more conservative than I am now. Though like right now I'm like radical, so it's not that hard to be more conservative than me. Yeah.
Nice. Well, as much as we want to continue on with the interview, we know that you have tons of things to get to, as well as I need to go back to friendship bracelet making, which is what has taken up my entire free time in winter M. And this has been such a delight, and we are so happy to talk to you as always. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for having so fun.
Bye.
Bye.